Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Wednesday, the 27th day of April, 2022. It is Wednesday of the second week of Easter, the 11th day of Easter. On my way to our church this morning, because I have morning mass with our school, the Franciscan school. Our community mass happens every Wednesday. And so this is our first mass of the Easter season after our return from Easter break. In today's readings, again, continuing always with the Acts of the Apostles throughout the Easter season, the evolution and the birth of the church and the community of faith, the community of believers, and as it branches out from Jerusalem and moves into the Greco-Roman world. The thing to understand about this reading, the reading is today concerning Peter being imprisoned with another disciple, and it is an angel who opens the doors to the prison and allows them to get out. And the temple guards, wake in the morning, and there is nobody, there in the prison, and the guards were still there all night. And what happened? And then Peter and the apostle are in the temple area preaching, and nobody knows what to do. The Jewish leadership does not know what to do with all of this, and so they try to bring them back. And they bring them back, it says, with a bit of gentleness, because they're afraid the crowds are going to stone them, because the crowds want to listen to what it is that Peter has to say, it seems, rather than wanting to have them imprisoned and things like that. So, again, this sense of a God who opens doors. And that is what Easter, again, opens us up to, is the fact that this is a God who does not close us off. Again, a God who, if the season of Lent ever leads us down a dark alley or down a rabbit hole that basically says that God only wants some and not everything, then that is not the God who was revealed, and it is not the God who was revealed through the resurrection, because again, it's not a God who comes to settle scores for those who betrayed, abandoned, denied, and whatever to him, tormented, inflicted pain upon him in the journey to the cross. It is a God who gives life, and a God who constantly gives life, a God who opens doors, but sometimes we don't realize that those doors are open to us, and unless we realize that those doors are open to us, we cannot walk through them, because walking through them changes everything. And so to throw out a word from ritual studies, liminality, it comes from the Greek word meaning a threshold, and that's what all doors are. They are thresholds from one thing into another. The simple thing of going from outside to inside, the thing of passing through one room into another. They are moments of possibility. They are moments of potential when one passes through a doorway. It is a time, in many ways, for acting not in the verbal mode of it is, but in the verbal mode of what can be or what is possible. That is what the Easter season is about, is for us to think about what is possible. What are things possible that we have not considered before? What are things that we think are impossible, which may not be as impossible as we think? What are things that our potential allows us to do that we have not engaged and have not enacted? What are things that allow our life perhaps to become more than what it is, and more than what it can be, and really what it should be? This is all what the Easter season envelops us in and wraps us in. It allows us to be able to see the world through new eyes, through new senses, through new wonders. And again, today's readings about Peter and the apostles being released from prison by the angel is compared with John 3:16 and what follows. Again, more than just a sign at athletic events. God loves the world and does not send Jesus to condemn it. God does not send Jesus to judge the world. God does not send Jesus to inflict pain and punishment upon the world, but so that we might have life and have it to its fullest always. We are the ones who stop that life from happening, because the doors are flung open wide for us all the time. But it's a matter for us to see and recognize how those doors have been opened up for us, so that our world can be different. Our world can be not just better, but our world can become what it is meant to be, so that we might become the people that the world needs us to be, the witnesses that this world needs us to be, of life and hope and wonder that Easter brings us. A blessed Easter, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord continue to give you his peace.